KUGAN CASSIUS IFL TV MTK Global in Glasgow. It's been fight night, and I'm joined by a very obviously disappointed Darryll Williams. Just obviously sum up for me how you're feeling. A fight which, from what I'm seeing, especially on social media, the majority of people believe that you were the clear winner against Zach Parker tonight, and you didn't get the decision. You were on the wrong end of a split. So talk to me about how you're feeling first of all.
You know, I'm gutted really. You know, it's you know, there's a lot of things that go on in boxing. You know, and for me, this is just it's terrible, isn't it? You know, I've gone off to train, I've left my family and stuff like that, and then, you know, if people saying I lost the fight and I lost the fight, then I lost the fight, you know. But we got to this position now, and everyone, I haven't seen one person apart from people that are his fans, you know, say anything bad towards me about my fight, say that I've lost the fight, you know. People saying I've got a minimum of 2 rounds up, you know. It's a joke. It's a joke really, and I'm just gutted, you know. I ain't seen my daughter in a month, you know, and you know, you do these things for her and stuff, and then you know, these things have happened.
Zach Parker injured his arm very early on in the fight.
Yeah.
And how did you kind of see yourself kind of after the midway point? What was sort of going through your head of that fight?
Well, to be honest, I didn't realise he had injured his arm. I thought that he was trying to like line me up for a shot, and just waiting to try and catch me. You know, but yeah, well, once we had got probably to like the 6th or 7th round. I thought I was coasting it really, you know. I wasn't really getting caught with any punches, you know. I recall about 4 or 5 shots throughout the whole fight that hit me, you know, sort of flush, you know, and the rest of it, you know, everyone knows I move my head quite a lot and stuff like that, and you know, I thought I had it. I thought I had it. You know, I'm not a person that starts jumping up and celebrating and stuff like that. Like, that's not what I do. I'm just not my character. You know, so you know, I don't even know what to say. You know, he said off camera that he'd rematch me. You know, and I'm up for taking that straight away. You know, obviously he's injured at the minute and stuff like that. You know, but still I look like I've been in a fight. You know, you can clearly see that, you know, whatever defensively or whatever, you know, I've obviously took less damage, you know, here, and you know, like I said, it's upsetting. I was in tears afterwards, you know. I think a lot of the time as well, people don't really understand what kind of person I am, you know. So a lot of people seem like they want to see me lose, you know, and things like that, you know. And it's not that I'm some sort of cunt or I'm some bad person, you know what I mean? But, you know, this is my life. This is personal for me. When I get in there, this is personal for me, you know. I've come from nothing. I've had nothing, you know, and this is what, you know, this is what's happened, you know. So what can I say? You know what I mean? Just gutted, man. I'm just gutted. You know, I'm up for taking the next fight straight away. You know, I'll fight anyone. I haven't ducked anyone. You know, and you know, we can make any fight happen. I don't care. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go again.
Darryll, are you alright to carry on?
Yeah. Sure? No, I'm
if
good,
you want
man.
me to stop filming, like, at any point, just say to me, turn the camera off or anything.
You know what? I think people need to see this emotion, you know. I think people need to see these things, you know, because unless you've gone in there yourself and you've had a fight like this and you come off on the bad end of it, you know, you'll never understand, you'll never feel what I feel. Do you know what I mean? A person that's never been in the ring or whatever, just a fan, you're never gonna feel this sort of thing. So everyone needs to see it. Everyone needs to see it. You know, like whatever anyone has said. You know, I was a major underdog in this fight. Major underdog. You know, and a lot of people's probably gonna say, well, you know, you only did as good because he had one hand or whatever like that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a fight, and this is what it is. If I had one hand and he battered me, would you not be saying, oh, you know, Darryl had one hand, so you know, cut him some slack? No one's gonna say that about me. So fuck it. You know what I mean? Like I'm good to go again. I'm good to go again.
I remember interviewing you at York Hall years and years ago. I don't think you'd had that many fights at the time, and you've had to kind of really be patient, bide your time, and wait for your shot.
Yeah.
And you had your shot on a big stage here in Glasgow. So I think most people kind of watching this can kind of, they don't really know, you're right, they don't know your kind of backstory and kind of the struggle you've had to kind of get yourself into this position. But you did find yourself in this position, and like I said, the majority of people watching that fight tonight that I've spoken to and I've seen on social media, obviously my timeline's boxing full, like all of us watching this now.
That's what you do.
So, you know, I haven't seen anyone kind of batting Zach's corner. But it's happened, and I suppose you just have to adapt to kind of pick yourself up from it and go again.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it on the chin. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to take it on the chin and go again. I think it's gonna be very difficult. I've been pulled through all different avenues of this of boxing. You know, there's times when I haven't fought in like a year. You know, this is my second fight within a year. You know, I don't understand the real politics of it all and stuff like that, and I don't really want to even get into it, really, to be fair. But you know, this has been devastating for me, and you know, if he dropped me or if he beat me fair and square, I'd say, all right, boom, cool. You know what I mean? I still shook his hand anyway afterwards. I saw him in the bar afterwards, and I shook his hand and that. But you know, he knows, his manager knows, his fans know. No, everybody knows what happened tonight, and you know, not taking anything away from him. You know what I mean? He did well. He did do well. You know, one-handed, whatever. He did do well. But I won that fight. And everyone knows I've won that fight. You know, and you know, I've been jobbed on. You know what I mean? I've been jobbed. You know, it's his promoters, it's his show, and you know, it does happen. It does happen. You know, and I got to take it as that.
Obviously, one of the major talking points from the decision was the 117-112 score, which was obviously crucial because it was a split. So, two in favour of Zach. But I mean, I don't know who could be watching that to suggest, all right, maybe, for example, if it was a round in it, okay. Yeah. I know it's not going to make you feel better, course, but when you see kind of a 117-112 in that, I mean, it makes me question kind of what people are watching. Listen, I'm not going to be critical
of course,
well, okay, maybe I'm being critical, but 117-112, I don't know what they're watching, basically, you know, to come up with that scorecard.
I have no understanding. That when I heard that, I was like, I just stood there, and you know what, I think it was then, I think I even realised what was going to happen. And I didn't, you know, I sort of froze when I heard that, because I thought, obviously they're going to give me one on the other split, and then I thought, definitely they're going to call it to him, you know, and you know, it's just, what can I say, Cass? You know what I mean? What can I say? You know, I can, all I can say is that I'll be good to go again soon. You know, I don't feel, obviously I'm aching body wise and stuff like that, but I'm not hurting no ways, man. No problems with my hands, no cuts, no bruises. Do you know what I mean? You know, in 2 weeks' time I could go again. You know, and you know, I kept it going. I kept it going for 12 rounds. You know, a lot of people's always said, "Oh, he might flag, he might be this, he might be that." You know, but I think I proved a lot of people wrong tonight. In my boxing ability as such, you know, and yeah, yeah, you know, yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, I know a lot of people come down to support you tonight, and most of them are in this hotel actually, still talking about it outside in the lobbies, etc. And they'll continue to do that. So, I appreciate your time. I know it's not the easiest things to talk about, but I appreciate your time, and
I appreciate you.
No, it's not a problem. No problem on this end, but listen, if the fight, whichever way people want to look at it, you can't argue that the fight deserves a rematch, and you deserve another shot at that title.
Yeah, well, let's see if he does do it. Let's see if he does do it. You know, he did say to me he would, but let's see if he does do it. There's obviously talking off camera, and then there's actually getting down to it and signing it. You know, his manager did say they'd give me the rematch, so you know, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But you know, I'm willing to fight him again. I'm willing to fight anybody. You know, so you know, let's get to it. Let's get to it.
I just want to say, you're right in what you say, that kind of people. And I'll include myself in this. And we're not fighters, and we don't know. We see an end product, and tonight is an end product of weeks and weeks and months of kind of sacrifices you've made. You know, your training, being away from your family, all this stuff, and no one sees all that. Yeah. We know we don't see all that, and all we see is a 12-round fight.
Yeah.
So we won't know what you're going through, etc., etc. Only fighters who've been in your position will kind of know that.
Yeah.
So
of course,
it's a very valid point you made. So, Darryll, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Have you got anything else you'd like to add?
Just want to thank all my sponsors, and that's helped me out here. You know, AGM Boxing, Heat Aid, Complete Facility Solutions. You know, that just everyone, all the fans that support me, all everyone that came down, everyone that's said that I won the fight, and things like that. I really appreciate it. I want to give a big thank you to my trainers as well. And we just gotta keep going. Like I said, I've had a hard time boxing. I haven't really been able to have a real steady flow of it. I've always been stopped, whether it's been an injury, whether it's been politics, something. There's always been something that's been blocking me. And I really thought today I'd get the win, and things would change, and things would start happening for me. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
All right, mate. No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, then this lot will be out in about 5 minutes
no,
anyway.
Fine. It's not
all right.
Thank you.
Don't rush at all, guys.
Thank
okay.
You.
Sweet, man.
Sorry, I will just finish this off properly,
no worries, man,
because I thought this guy was telling us telling us that we couldn't film here or something. That's why I was just wanted to kind of without him coming in on it. Sorry, Darryll. One more thing. Obviously, people will some people will know, other people will know that you called it a day from the sport, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You retired about a year? Was it a year ago? Roughly?
About a year ago, last November, I think it was.
And then obviously you decided to return. So I mean, I haven't spoke to you for a little while. So just briefly, kind of tell me what was behind your decision to call it a day from the sport.
Well, you know what it was. I was going through a very tough time. Like, my grandmother had died. And I was having like personal problems at home and stuff like that, and also the fact that I wasn't fighting, And for me, the boxing for me has been basically a sort of a lifesaver for me, And the training and fighting and just being busy would have helped me get through certain things, And literally. What done it for me is when that Clark fought Smile when I was supposed to fight Clark, and they ended up having the fight because the show wasn't put on, and I was just like, what is going on? I've just won an English title. I beat the guy for the English title. Then I defended it against him, and I thought I'm in the mix now. I'll be able to, carry on from here. And it was just put on halt, and it really took a number on me. I really thought that maybe now that I had that belt, things could change and I could go somewhere, but it seemed like everything I was doing or everything I was trying to do, it wasn't enough, and I just couldn't really take it no more, especially with my grandmother dying and things like that. I was very close to my grandmother. I just couldn't take it. I felt like I'd given so much to the sport and not really gotten anything back. And I had some like 2 hard fights with Smile. 10 rounds. Respect goes out to him. And I really thought that things would happen, things would change for me. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And I think I needed a break. I needed a break, even though it was short. I just needed that to feel like I'm not a boxer anymore. I'm just Darryll now. I'm gonna, I even started to try and find a course to start like working, and things like that. I think I just needed to just get out of it and just feel like sort of find myself again. You know what I mean? And but we came back and we got this shot today.
Okay, all right. Yeah, just wanted people to obviously know a little bit about what had kind of been going on over the last couple of years, rather than just someone can see your record and kind of not know sort of what you've kind of been through and what has actually happened. So just wanted to just touch on that. But
well, everyone just looks at me as like this aggressive guy that is very unsportsmanlike, and it's not that. It's not that I'm some sort of arsehole. Do you know what I mean? But like I said before, this is all I've had. My whole life, this is all I've had. So it's very personal to me, and I am from from South East London, off the street, so that comes out when I'm getting into a fight. That comes out when I'm playing up. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, no matter what anyone wants to call it, boxing, it's a sport or whatever. Someone is trying to take your fucking head off. You're having a fight. You know what I mean? It's not handshakes and friends. You know what I mean? If that guy could literally kill me in that ring at that time, I'm not saying he purposely tried to do it, but if he could take my head off my shoulders, he would. You know what I mean? So I ain't going in there any niceties and shaking hands. This is my life. This is my health. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like that. Anyone that meets me outside of the ring, they say, I can't believe he's like that when he fights. But you speak to him outside and he's like a completely different guy. You know what I mean? It is like that. But yeah, fuck what anyone thinks anyway. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I'm still here and I'm looking to just keep going now.
Well, you're not drinking obviously, but go and be with your family and friends, and like I said, just have a few days off and see what occurs after this. But
No